my name's Kathy. Welcome to my frugality channel, Skint Living UK. Today I'm doing number 2 of my tight donkey BUM Christmas. I'm not going to say it because I'll get demonetised, but you know what I mean. Today I've been looking at Christmas cards. I'm in two minds about sending Christmas cards because my son's up in Scotland and I do tend to send a card up there to him and his girlfriend, but I also think that the tradition of sending Christmas cards is now dead. Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do we need to pulp millions of trees to make Christmas cards? I don't think so. Do we need to spend all that money on them? Like, last time I bought a card for somebody who just had a baby, it was £8 and I nearly fell through the floor. I think the prices of them now are silly. We know we can get them cheap in certain places if we can pick them up in like B&M, Home Bargains, online. You can buy big bags of them or boxes of them. But at the end of the day, is it really worth sending Christmas cards to people you barely know, barely like? And the price of a stamp these days, you need a bit of a small mortgage to do it, don't you? Royal Mail are now panicking. They're doing an enter to win competition, whereas if you send a Christmas card to somebody and you write the word magical on the envelope, you've got a chance to win a share, not the actual amount, a share of £500,000. But you got to bear in mind, 1p is a share of £500,000. So you might just win 1p for your efforts. So is it really worth it? I don't know. I'm sort of betwixt and between. So let me know what you think. Do you think it's worth sending a Christmas card? I think sometimes it's lovely sending a card to somebody who you genuinely know, genuinely love or fond of, and that you miss them. But at the end of the day, if it's just someone you barely know and barely like, is it worth spending all that money, time, effort and resources on that person who probably A, won't send you a card back, or B, you don't really like them? I used to do a lot of cross stitch. I can't do it anymore because my hands are done in. And I used to make Christmas cards for months before. I used to start in September and I used to hand out Christmas cards to people in work and people who I didn't know very well, like my window cleaner and people like that. And I'm thinking, now, I wouldn't dream of doing that. I just think it's like a case of falling on deaf ears sort of thing. I think they walk away and think, what's that about? Why has she done that? That was a waste of time. And when I've given it to them, they've looked underwhelmed, and I'm thinking, gosh, I took ages doing that. And they were like, So I've stopped doing it. So the only person who actually gets a Christmas card off me now is my son, who's in Scotland, and the son who lives with me doesn't get one because he lives with me. He doesn't need a card. And as he said, I could spend £3-4 on a card and he'd rather have that on a box of Celebrations or a tin of Chocky Fingers. Which makes better use of the money, doesn't it? Because at the end of the day, as I've always said to my sons for years, and they're sick of me saying it, if you're only being paid £15 an hour and you're buying that piece of plastic rubbish or paper rubbish or whatever rubbish it is you're buying online or in person, and that costs you £15, that means it's taken an hour of your life to pay for that thing. Is that thing worth an hour of your life? Probably not. I think the answer is no to that one, isn't it? So let me know what you think about Christmas cards. I'm sort of betwixt and between. I think if someone lives a far, far, far away, in a land far, far away, it might be worth it. But if it's just your neighbour or someone you know who you see regularly, a good friend, do you need to give them a card? I think they'd appreciate your company, having a giggle, having a drink with them, having a meal with them, having a snack with them, having a chat with them, rather than you wasting your money on a card. and the unaffordable postage that we have these days in the UK, and probably the same in Canada, Australia, New Zealand and the States and other countries as well. Postage is just unaffordable these days. I think it's always better to say things in person. I think the best thing you can do is give someone a hug. So please like, share and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments below. And I hope to see you soon, and preferably tomorrow.